Hi everybody, Mrs. J here. Wanted to say hello, and I thought I'd check in with you guys on looking at the final project and also attendance for this week. So here on my screen, you'll see, or what you're looking at, is the slideshow from Monday regarding our final project. I'm very sorry I wasn't able to hold class on Monday. I actually went into our own classroom and cleaned it and prepared it for summer school, which it looks like they're going to cancel anyway. They usually have driver's ed in our room. And then I had to get it ready for hurricane shelter. Usually when there's a hurricane, people will come in and stay in the school. They generally stay in the hallways or the large rooms like the band room or the auditorium, the gym. There are a lot of people in the gym. But sometimes they get down to our room or the admins will stay down there. So I had to put away our 3D printers and some of the stuff like that. So let's take a look at this. And then next week we'll check in with what to do for next year for what we actually missed in our classes this year. So we're looking at virtual engineering class from Monday. And we're going to look at the final project. I was trying to make this simple where your work from the past few weeks would just go together in a nice Google Slide presentation. And I say Google Slide over PowerPoint because it gives me continuity where I can put them all together and showcase them for you to look at each other's work when we're done. So please try to use Google Slides. I know you have access because you're in Google Classroom. It comes with it. So we're trying to put together our work from the past few weeks. If you fell behind a little bit, then you have a little extra work to do right now. If you were keeping up all along, this is cake, right? So we're trying to make a presentation of your theme park and putting it in Google Slides. So here is the master plan. I would like you to create a Google Slide presentation. So I say that each week and I'm a little repetitive, but I'm still getting a lot of JPEGs, which are picture files, PNGs, which are picture files. I'm getting Word docs. I'm getting people signing in with their regular Gmail, like joan@gmail.com, and then they can't submit their work and they say that my form's not working or Google Classroom won't let them. So this is not a form, this is just your slides and you upload it into Google Classroom. Just submit a regular assignment. So if you're having any of those troubles, it's much more helpful for you to come to office hours than an email because we'll go back and forth 20 emails and you won't understand. So, if you're still in the picture phase and you haven't graduated to putting your picture on a slide phase, you need to Google some help or come to office hours. I will help you. Okay, slide 1. So you can only have 10 slides, although I am going to let you have 2 extra slides if you need it. So you cannot have less than 10, but you can have up to 12. Some people had some really nice menus and some other ideas they wanted to share along the way on different slides. That's okay. You can add 2 more. Don't go crazy. But 10 to 12 is good. If you turned in less than 10, and some of you have submitted it already with less than 10, I won't grade it. So you get the 0. So you have to do at least the minimum work. Slide 1. This is where you put your title. And some of you love this part because you get your title, your theme park name, and the name of your class period. During the last few weeks, you were only supposed to submit one slide without a title slide and putting a text box on it. And that was very confusing, but I'm not sure why. So here, slide 1, title. So that is the theme park name. So if I'm doing Joni Ponyland, that's all it's going to say. And then my name, Joan Jocelyn, and class period. Class period 5. So that's it. You should format that slide. If you're looking at the back of your slide and it's white and your text is whatever Arial size 10 that originally popped up with Google, you're not doing enough work. So a little creativity, change your font, change your color, don't go crazy. But do change it, don't keep it too simple. Change your background. Right click, change the background. You can upload a photo like I did, or you can just change the color. Slide 2. Tell the story of your land. This was a source of confusion. They did address it on the video, but I'm going to say it one more time, just so it makes some sense. When you're telling the story of your land, you're telling what's happening in your land. And I don't mean you enter the park, you go on a ride, you buy some popcorn, you go home. I mean, If you're going to a theme park, let's say someone did Shootopia, one of my 9th graders. The story of the land is I want people to have access to all different types of shoes. People who don't have shoes can have any shoe while they're here. People who do have shoes and love shoes can try on different types of shoes. People can see the history of shoes. Boots built in Texas, boots built in Mexico, Chinese slippers built in China, regular sneakers built in from Nike, whatever. But that's the point. The story is what is happening in your land. What's going on. With my Jeep land, it would be the people are going to arrive and have an adventure, riding in Jeeps, going up and down hills, and seeing the thrill and experience that they wouldn't in their everyday lives, their ordinary lives. So tell the story of your land. Slide 3. Slide 3 is a map layout. Quite a few of you blatantly copied this from the web. That's not okay. You'll get a 0 for the whole project. Take a pencil, pick it up, put it back down, make a map. Map should show entrance, exits, where the rides are, where the food is. Give me information about your land. It should show some landscaping. If you have like mountains, you could just put a little V and say mountain. If you have a volcano, a little V, volcano. If you have a river, just draw it in there, put a little color. You can use Microsoft Paint if you want. It can be digital if you're inclined and you're good at that stuff. That's fine. But don't take it from the web. This is your work now. We're not brainstorming. We're doing our own work. Slide 4 is the materials. Don't forget the labels. This will lower your grade. So those come from the web. You just did a screenshot. Most of you did fantastic with this. You got this real easy. So you did a screenshot of some, let's say, bricks. If I'm using bricks in one of my things. And I label it wall or floor or ceiling or countertops or what else can I do? Windows, paveways, benches. So whatever you want to name street poles, you name it. And you put it underneath the little picture of just plain material, whatever it is, a little square. The color palette. This can either come from the web or your own. Those of you that colored it with your pencils and markers, beautiful work. Beautiful. I'm so impressed. You guys, fantastic. So good. But it can also come from the web. And you just have 5 colors in a row. You don't have to name them or anything or say what they're used for. If you want to say what they're used for, you can, but you don't have to. Slide 6. This is a little confusing, wayfinding, because of the term, but it's something that shows you how to get somewhere. It's either a sign to go to a ride or entrance or exit or bathroom or food or anything that if you're in a park and you want to find something, hey, how do I get to, what are you looking for? You're looking around. It could be a sign on a wall. Doesn't have to be a street sign. It could be blended in with something else. That's for you to be creative. A big giant horse and he's carrying a sign that says, hey, food this way, whatever, have fun. So that's you. That's a combination of looking online and then editing it and helping it. Like for mine, I did a giant lollipop and then I used insert text on Google and I put a text right on top of the lollipop, like right in front of it. And I said restrooms that way. That took 2 seconds. Slide 7. Those are your sounds. So remember, you're formatting all these slides. So you should have some sort of theme, some sort of a color running through. For mine, the one you're looking at right here, I just did a picture that I found online and I went into Microsoft, I copied the picture into Microsoft Word and then I formatted it there to be really lightly colored. Word does a better job than Google on making it light background. This is the lightest color I could do, so you could still text on top of it. So you could do that. I have a video on that from one of the weeks. I think it's in, I don't know, week 6 or 7. But I have a video on how to do that. It's 30 seconds long. Your sounds, those can be directly from YouTube. Send the link and say what the sounds are for. Remember to follow that assignment for the sounds, like follow the specific instructions. And those, don't worry about copywriting because we're just using them for here. So that's fine. Slide 8 is your 2 menus. A lot of you called or emailed asking for 2 slides for this. Go ahead, take your 2 slides. That's fine. So 2 menus, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, whatever you want to do, late night, 4th meal. Yeah, remember that? So slide 8, 2 different menus. It needs to be formatted to look like a menu. It needs to be fun. If you're just putting text on a white slide, you're not getting full credit. So have a little fun with it. If you're doing a regular screenshot of a Chinese food restaurant menu, that is not okay and you will fail. So you want to actually type in the words. If you're just doing bacon, eggs, cheese, milk, that's boring. Have fun. Make it reflect your land. So have fun with the names. You guys have done a great job so far. Some of you, I don't know what you're doing. Slide 9 is your ride design. I'm going to show some examples right after this. But you have to show one for your vehicle and one for your map, your own work. So either you made it in Inventor, you made it in Photoshop, you made it in Paint, or you hand sketched it. But your own work as an engineer would do with some labels. Not okay to just copy a roller coaster from online. Your own stuff. So 2 things, vehicle and how the map goes. So entrance to the ride, where the ride goes, and then exit. And slide 10, have fun with this. I'm going to show you some examples at the end, but you might have some ideas in here that I didn't put in, and you're like, hey, why didn't she talk about or have us do, or come on. There's some things I skipped, some really fun things like moods and lighting, but have fun with it at the end. Do something and enjoy it. It's your chance to not follow the rules and have a little fun there. Okay, here we go. So some frequently asked questions. You have to make sure that all of those slides you're doing match what the assignment was during weeks 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it hasn't gone easier. It's exactly those brought in. And then slides should reflect that you watched the videos. I could tell during the week, just a few people, just a handful, most of you are fantastic, but a few of you are throwing stuff on a slide and you didn't watch the videos. And they're like 3 minutes long. So it shows because the work makes no sense. It has to make sense. It's what they're talking about. Your own work. The only ones you can borrow from the web are the materials, the colors, and the sounds. Your maps have to be your vehicle and your ride map. And then you did a map of your land in the beginning. Has to be your own. Those of you who screenshotted Disneyland, California, that's not your own work. And it's obvious. Those of you borrowing other people's maps from online, from the other classrooms, it still has like the web link on it. Like, don't be that guy. Your name has to be new, so no SpongeBob Land, no Star Wars Land, no Star Trek Land. And then your story. When you're talking about your story, you're writing a paragraph. And you're talking about the theme of your story, as I just talked about a minute ago. So I don't want to know about the layouts and the rides. I want to know about the story. Go back and watch the video if you need to. It's right in the beginning, week 3. Grading. Got to have 10 slides minimum. You can have 12. You can have 10 minimum. And it's title, story, land map, materials, colors, wayfinding, sounds, 2 menus, vehicle, ride map. Bring it all together at the end in the last slides. Make sure your slides are formatted. All white slides with black text will receive a lower grade. Font, images, and colors should reflect your theme. Be creative. Okay, thank you for watching this. Hold on 1 second and take a look at 2 things with me here. Here. Okay, so here's an example of a creative last slide. I have a theme park here, and I have people, well, yeah, multiple me, enjoying things in the theme park to reflect the funness of my land, my go-karts, and all that nonsense. Just being silly. Here are some examples from students who have already turned in the work, and they're very well done. So you have a couple you can look at. This is on the final slide, the final project slide. You can just take a look at it there. The horses, the park, Techtopia, the ballistic sport orb. That's so fun. And this one with creativity with the lobster. It's just really pretty. So have fun with it. For week 7, you had to do ride design. A lot of people did this wrong, so I thought I'd give an example of right and wrong. The one on the left that says do not do this, that is a screenshot of an existing roller coaster. That is not original at all. It's also just a roller coaster. I'm asking for the vehicle. So if you look at Poseidon's Kingdom, you see a plane. The plane, in this case, is a vehicle. So if you wanted to do a roller coaster, the roller coaster thing that you sit in, the little car or cart, I don't know what you call it, that's a vehicle. You'd have to draw that. On the right side, you see in Poseidon, see his map? We're looking for that. Entrance, exit, all the details. That is a map. This is detailed engineering work. That's what we're looking for. Get there. You can do this. Okay, and last but not least, everyone was flipping out over the attendance. I don't know if you can see. Sorry, my head's in the way. I do this a lot. See the dude right there? It says mandatory attendance form. If you click on the guy, it will take you to that dude right there. Take you to this form. It's only one for the week, so you don't have to come in every day and do it. I thought I'd make it easier since you've all been doing great. And then it's not uploading, but it will. Okay, Tom Nook, ready? So complete it once for the entire week. Weekly attendance for engineering, 1 form. Weekly attendance for engineering Monday through Friday, 1 form, first name, last name, student ID, class period, date. Let me know if you've completed everything. And then in week 4, you made the map of your land. It can't be plagiarized, can't be copy and paste. I need you to put that in there. So when, if you don't change it and you have plagiarized, you have a notice from me, you will fail the course for that. So replace it, fix it. Engineering, we have ethics, right? We have to. And then have you completed 1 through 7? You have 1 final project. We just looked at it. I won't do any makeup work after the 22nd, and it will be available all day Thursday and Friday for coming in to talk with me individually and fixing your grades. Okay. Thank you. All right. That's it. Bye.